It's almost time for a new year of Gorilla Tag, but before we do that, I'm going to go back to the oldest versions that I can find. These are versions of Gorilla Tag that are unrecognizable from the game that we play today. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoy, and it's time to go back to the first release ever of Gorilla Tag. Look at this. There's literally like nothing. We have some kind of green cubes, we have our robot Kyle, and we have the balls on our hands that are our actual hands. This is as prototype as you could possibly get for a game. This is literally a test. This is a concept, but barely a concept. Let me try to finish this with this old kind of janky movement. Here we go. Yep, we get it. To the yeet. Woo! Oh, you can't actually walk in that. Oh, I die, I guess. And now I have skipped a bit ahead in the development of Gorilla Tag. The camera's locked behind me. I can't even look at you guys. Hey, what's up? What's back there? But at this point in Gorilla Tag, we do have a map, and Capture the Flag is on its way. Comment Gorilla Cave good. But things are still pretty basic right now. We have a couple different textures, but we still don't have a lot of color. It's still just you can learn how to play. You can play monkey game, and I'm actually pretty good at old version Gorilla Tag. I'm just a Gorilla Tag pro. I can climb up all these walls. But everything is made out of cubes. That's all you get. It's just cubes. If you like cubes, here you go, because that's all we're offering. We'll climb back up this awesome staircase. I bet back in the day this was an actual feat. It wouldn't be that easy. The skill level of Gorilla Tag has definitely risen a lot. But now let's head into the next version I picked out, which is the version that added Capture the Flag. Oh my god, it's happening. Oh, I really wish this would happen in real Gorilla Tag again. But two teams have to get each other's flags. A game mode that has not returned to Gorilla Tag since it was removed, which it got removed like a month after this whole feature was added. I do hope that they bring this back in the rotating map or something, because Capture the Flag would be sick in Gorilla Tag again, just to actually play it. I have never actually been able to really play it. I've only been able to recreate it. I want to play real Gorilla Tag Capture the Flag. Just let me grab the flag. Now we are in the last version of prototype Gorilla Tag. Things are looking familiar already. We are in tutorial, and the basic shape of it is still the same. You know, you got the little ramp, the two double walls, and the one block you got to jump over. And then we come over here into even more familiar territory. This is the hub area. Instead of the stump, we have this little gorilla cave is what it was called. And we can have a bunch of stuff like our turning settings over here, the color settings for our actual gorilla monkey thing here that we got. There, now I'm red. And then we have the first version of the keyboard in Gorilla Tag. All we got is numbers and letters, because that's all we needed, and the delete button. Boom. But things are looking better. This was the graphics update where more color was added to this Gorilla Lobby world. That's not really the Gorilla world yet. We have a little practice area where you can do some stuff. You can do some wall climbing, do some sick parkour. Try and get up on this red block right here. Oh, right. Pinch climbing doesn't exist yet. You cannot do one of the most important things in Gorilla Tag in these old versions. You cannot hold with both sides of something. You can't use both hands. You just can't. It doesn't work. If you go one at a time, you can cut a spider climb like this. Imagine if that was a strat. We still have the map over here. That's been adjusted a bit. We have some clouds up there now, and it has some color. We got some red and some blue blocks that have been added. And the good old casual gray. As I said before, Capture the Flag was removed shortly after it was added, but now we have the OG original Gorilla Tag Caves map. This is the map that would become a rotating map in Gorilla Tag, where we had the green crystals. This was the old Caves map. It's got a nice bit of verticality. It's got a couple different levels. Like we got the crystal level. We got like a old school mines area down here in the back rooms. And then coming up here, we have a bunch of other hallways with a bunch of different little paths you can go down. Whee! Fun fact, Gorilla Tag didn't even have infection mode for 6 months after it was released. Now we are here in the true beginning of Gorilla Tag. This is Forest, the first version of Forest. You can tell that all the leaves are very bad. They're just like domes. All the trees are pretty much about the same. And the stump has some different branches, and I wish these would come back. These were in Gorilla Tag's first release, and then were quickly patched out because they were too hard for new players. And apparently me 3 years after playing. There is no pavilion, no slide, but we do have the table. The precious table is still here. Oh, precious table, sit at it. It seems a lot smaller nowadays. The double walls are here, but they're pretty small now. And the ladder up to the treehouse is pretty goofy. This was like the worst ladder to ever possibly get up to. But we do have pinch climbing. Pinch climbing is here. so you can get up to the good old treehouse and fall out of it. We did not have any other maps. It was just forest. And we also have the super tiny original computer here. And it's just like little tap, 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 tap. And it's so early that you can't even see Secret Tunnel right now. As you can see, I am now a monkey. We are finally getting there to Gorilla Tag VR. Some stuff has changed in Stump. There's no longer any buttons right here. And we have a stool and table here for the computer here with all these different options on the keyboard. This is the start of the refining to get to actual Gorilla Tag. We now have the pavilion, the slide, the little stairs next to the table. Even the leaves have been fixed to what they are now. The walls, however, are not. We still do not have slippery walls, and if you look around, some of these walls are actually still different. Especially these ones over here. These ones are like way deeper back. And even now, you can still barely see Secret Tunnel, but you can definitely see it there. There's like an outline. If you were to overlay the maps then and now, it would look pretty much the exact same. And now we are in the release version of Gorilla Tag VR. This is what people saw when they first downloaded the game on App Lab in 2021. This little computer with the awesome keyboard, it's so classic. And the stump stubs are still here at this point. They were a bit bigger now, but they were fully removed. I want them to come back. Please come back. At this point, not much new was being added. Stuff was just being tweaked. Some bug fixes were happening. Like you used to be able to like slow fall by smooth turning. And it still works in the old versions. Secret Tunnel still looking about the same. I didn't check the last version, but you know, the ladder to the treehouse is looking pretty fine now. Just a good old ladder. And now they do the same thing that we all were doing back when this game released, when we figured out it was possible. We were escaping the map. So let me get out of this thing. If you didn't know, in the early days of Gorilla Tag, there was a huge out-of-map exploit, which was literally just climbing this wall and getting outside of the map. So what happened was the slippery walls were added. Back before, you could just climb up this corner and just really try and get out of the map. There we go. Oh, I spent way too long doing that. And then you were just able to explore outside the map. Go back to tutorial if you really wanted to, but who would really want to do that? What people were really wanting to do is come over here and check out the Secret Tunnel. Goodbye, Secret Tunnel! And that leads us to where we are now. Gorilla Tag in 2024. Pretty much a AAA VR game at this point. It's no longer just an indie game. It's no longer just Lemming. Like over $15 million in microtransactions and like 4 million monthly active users. 13 different maps, completely ignoring the rotating map. Map themes all the time. And all kinds of just little weird fun stuff you can do in it. Gorilla Tag has become a whole different beast over these past few years. And especially over this past year, the updates have just been going up and beyond even more. Gorilla Tag is not just Funny Monkey VR game anymore. There's a lot of stuff you can actually do. We got sliding, we got swimming, we got gliding. It's not just your casual VR monkey game. Honestly, if you were to ask me, I'd say it's basically Fortnite. We have literally hundreds of different cosmetics, and there's just a bunch of different stuff you can do. You can have stuff that's a badge on your back, as a hat, on your face. There's just all kinds of cosmetics now. Back when Gorilla Tag released, we had nothing. We were just bald monkeys. Imagine being this all day, every day. Gorilla Tag has evolved so much that we have a caves map that was supposed to replace the old caves map, which in itself was supposed to replace that original alpha caves map. So if there's one thing about Gorilla Tag that will never change, it is caves. Caves will never change. There will always be a caves. And even though this still is just tag, we do have different interesting ways to play it. Like we have a regular infection, we have a ranged tag, and then hunt isn't on here, but we have targeted tag as well. This one I don't know. Guardian, what would you count Guardian as? Meteor tag? And then we had that ghost tag for Halloween. So I guess you know what? If something isn't going to change about Gorilla Tag, it's the tag. But that is going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below, what do you like better, old or new Gorilla Tag? And let me know why.